All right, gents, I've got a confession to make. Now, I know this is going to shock some of you guys, and I am sorry to disappoint you. The truth is, my life's changed. So here it is. I no longer wake up at 5 a.m.
What?
Seriously, when 5:30 a.m. rolls around in Wisconsin, Antonio is still asleep dreaming. At 6 a.m., my son gets up. Not me. At 6:30, sometimes I do roll over, wake up the wife, and we make the bed till 7 a.m.
Nice.
But seriously, gents, and I know this is going to shock some of you guys, but I am oftentimes in bed till 7 a.m.
It's not true. That's impossible.
What happened to me? Why did I stop waking up at 5 a.m. and why do I think you should reconsider an early wake up time? Gentlemen, that's the subject of today's video. Now, gents, I'm very aware that I've put out all these videos extolling the virtues of waking up early. In fact, I know some of you guys are going to give me crap down in the comments saying, Antonio, come on, you're a former Marine. You've got to wake up at 5 a.m. Now, gents, I stand by my previous videos about the virtues of waking up early. I know personally for me, waking up at 5 a.m. and having that window of time from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. when I wasn't having any distractions come my way, I could be very selfish in how I decided to spend that time. That was a godsend. In fact, I've been able to have so much success because I was able to focus in on the projects that matter. I was able to work on my body and work on my business before the rest of the world woke up and started throwing their problems at me. Now, the reality is, and a lot of you guys can relate, a lot of things in my life have changed in the last 18 months. And in fact, the 5 a.m. wake up time went from being an advantage I enjoyed to a burden that I no longer wanted to carry. My morning routine, despite waking up 2 hours later, really hasn't changed too much, especially in the eyes of my kids. I'm still waking up my daughters at about 7 a.m. My wife is then pushing them to get them dressed, downstairs, ready to eat. I'm making breakfast at that time, so I've got it on the table at about 7:30. By 7:50, everyone's pretty much eating breakfast. Everyone now is getting ready for their day. I know I'm getting ready for my first meeting of the day in which I'll be running sprints, basically one-on-one or sometimes group meetings with people on my team, helping them to stay focused in and to answer any questions and to work on projects. Now, if you're familiar with my old videos, you'll note that there is a big change here, and that is I'm not exercising first thing in the morning anymore. Instead, I exercise either midday or sometimes in the afternoon. That being said, I am still taking care of myself first thing in the morning because at 7:05, I drink a full glass of water and take 2 multivitamins. And the multivitamin I recommend, Ritual's Essential for Men. Now, gents, Ritual is a sponsor of today's video. That being said, I've used this product. I've been testing this product, and I have to say, I love what these guys are doing. Ritual has created easy-to-take capsules that contain the 9 nutrients you need to start your day right. Ritual is obsessively researched multivitamins made to fill the gaps in your diet. The reality, gents, is it's difficult to get all the vitamins, all the nutrients you need from even a healthy diet. You think you're doing the right things, eating the right foods, but you're still missing things here or there. What I love about Ritual is, again, they fill in the gaps. No shady additives, no mystery ingredients. Now that sounds good, but what separates Ritual from all the other multivitamins out there? Well, first up, they go down easy. So if you ever have issues with taking a multivitamin and it upsets your stomach, Ritual is not going to do that. In addition, you can take these on an empty stomach. It's made to actually have a delayed dissolve, so it will actually go into your small intestine and dissolve there. And this is great because you're going to get more absorption of the nutrients, of the vitamins in the small intestine than you do in the stomach. And if you're worried about sustainability, all the bottles, all the packaging used by Ritual is using 100% post-consumer recycled materials. And let's talk about traceability, aka transparency, knowing what is inside of these capsules, these things that you're putting into your body. So the founder, Kat, for her, it was about figuring out what's in her prenatal vitamins. She couldn't figure this out. So she founded this company on the idea that everything should be traceable. You should be able to go in and understand, get information on every single ingredient, on the things that are inside these capsules going into your body. And they're vegan as well. I don't hold that against them. You guys know I'm a meat eater. Point being, guys, is I am using Ritual. This is a great company. These are great multivitamins. Get started, gents. Go to ritual.com/RMRS for the best deal out there on the web. When you use that link, you'll get 10% off for the first 3 months. So now to answer the question that you've been waiting for, why did I stop waking up at 5 a.m.? The simple answer is I wanted to spend more time with my family. Because I was waking up so early, I had to go to bed relatively early. My wife is more of a night person, and we just found that our kids' schedule kept moving later in the evening. In fact, I've got one daughter, she has ballet practice till 9 o'clock at night. We live 40 minutes from the ballet studio. So we're not getting home till 9:40 at night. And my wife was driving her, and I didn't like the idea of going to bed because I was going to bed at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. I didn't like sleeping and not knowing that my wife and daughter were not home safe. I didn't like not spending my evenings with my kids. In fact, I now drive my daughter a lot of times in the evening, so I get to talk with her. We're hanging out for that 40-minute drive to and from the ballet studio. And it wasn't just my daughters. My son, his Friday night games, those will go till 9 o'clock, 9:30 at night. And if it's an away game, he won't get back till midnight. If I'm driving to the game, then I'm not getting back till midnight. And we like to talk about how did the game go. We like to cover, what did he learn? What did he pick up? He's playing, he's engaging. And I just love, living vicariously through him and talking about everything there. And it's fresh on our minds and we want to cover it. And then, of course, there's my wife, my life partner. I want to go to bed when she does. We have like 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. We cuddle. We have those nice conversations, just kind of wrap up the day. And whenever she would come, I wouldn't even hear her coming to bed because I would already be fast asleep. And of course, she doesn't want to disturb me. She goes to bed. But if she has something heavy on her mind, which oftentimes she does, I'm just not there to share it with her. So I really felt we started kind of drifting apart a bit, and I wanted to have those conversations back. The second reason, my body just felt better. I feel like my circadian rhythm has kind of gone towards waking up a bit later in the day. And I noticed this with all these sleep tracking apps I'm using. And I just saw that about 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning, I was in a deep sleep and all of a sudden the alarm goes off and I jerk right out of it versus actually waking up a bit more naturally and going through different levels of sleep. And this is something that it changes. There are seasons in life. And I do find during the summer, I wake up earlier. 6 o'clock is no problem. 5:30 a.m., no problem in the height of the summer, especially if I'm outdoors, if I'm out camping. But if I'm inside my bedroom, if it's dark, especially during the winter, easily 7 a.m., sometimes even 7:30 a.m. I do find that I need more sleep whenever it's just not as light outside. And it is something I know there are ways to get lamps and stuff. I really am just simply going with it and naturally just feeling better, having my body get more rest, more sleep. Now, this next reason is relatively small, but I do feel that because I was waking up so early, I was becoming very reliant on coffee. I was going through 5 to 7 cups of coffee before 10 a.m. And I had a rule with myself that I wouldn't drink any coffee past 10 a.m. so that I could go to sleep at night. But it was something that, I was just going through them. I was throwing lots of cream. I was getting kind of crazy with my coffees and having fun with it. But there was a lot of calories in there and a lot of caffeine. And it's something that I found just simply waking up a little bit later, I'm just not as tired. And I don't need but 2 cups of coffee at most. And before 10 a.m. and I still feel fine. And I'm just simply putting less caffeine into my body. And let's talk about productivity. So I did love that 5 to 7 a.m. stretch in which no one's bothering me. I was able to stay focused and work on projects that I wanted to. But one of the problems, especially working with partners here in the United States, is that nobody is up and I can't do collaborations at that time frame. And by mid-afternoon, I'm kind of like dying there. I'm almost having to take a nap, falling asleep. So it is something that because I've shifted my time frame over, I'm finding that I am having a lot of productivity. I just have to simply set up barriers. I come to my office a bit more. It's something though from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. I'm almost as productive. Not exactly as productive, but I'm getting a lot done. And I schedule these sprints. A sprint, if you're not familiar with it, is whenever you are on a call with somebody else and you're both working on a project, maybe not always working together, but you are there and available to each other so that you can quickly answer a question. You can go back and forth. You hold each other accountable to getting things done. And I've been found that setting up these sprints throughout the day is helping hold me accountable and making my day more productive. Now, am I ever going to go back to waking up at 5 a.m.? Yeah, I think I will. In fact, I really just enjoyed it. It was something that I love, those quiet mornings. That being said, right now I'm at a point in my life. Again, I want to spend more time with my family and make sure that my time frame, my schedule more coincides with them so that I can see them, so that we can spend time together and that we're just around each other more. That being said, I'd love to hear from you guys down in the comments if you wake up at 5 a.m. and if it works for you. If you wake up at 4 a.m. I know some of you guys have crazy schedules, so I want to hear from you down in the comments below what's working for you now and why. All right, gents, so what video to watch next? How about how to wake up at 5 a.m.? Yes, I talked about it, and I know in this video, I talked about why you shouldn't wake up at 5 a.m., but if you want to, if you're like, you know what, I've never been able to do it, you're going to enjoy this video because I make it easy, I break it out, I give you the tips to be able to wake up at 5 a.m., even if you're not a morning person. Find out how, guys, in this video, boom, right here.